What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Today, guys, I'm going to be building something that is all over YouTube. You know, it's nothing new, but I'm going to be doing it with a small cooler. I'm going to be building a speaker cooler for the back of my four-wheeler. Going to be going riding in a couple weeks, so I want to make sure this is something I wanted to do a couple weeks back, a couple months back. But finally time to go ahead and get this done. The things I'm going to be using, like I said, this is all over YouTube already, is most of the things that FENTERTAINMENT used on his, I think it was a Yeti or Ozark cooler he used it on. And almost the exact same way he used it. I'm probably going to change up just a couple things. Like I said, if it's not broke, guys, don't fix it. But it's going to be on a smaller platform than what he used. So I'm going to have to change a couple things up. But I'm also going to be changing this cooler up. I'll let you guys see that also. Some things I'm going to be trying to use. I'm going to try to use my little battery-powered Dremel. If that doesn't work, I got something else that can get the job done. But I'm going to try that first. I just was marking up right here. But I'm gonna remark it. I gotta cut those cup holes out. I gotta get them out of the way. But with those speaker depth, those cup holders are probably just as deep as the speakers need to go, so that's perfect. But I'm gonna try to cut a little over. Then I'm gonna have to do a little modification on the speakers when I'm screw them down to show you guys how to make that sound and waterproof stay perfect. Let me get started, guys, and I'm gonna try my best to show you step by step, you know, how to get this done. All right, guys, I got my weatherproofing rings here about center. I'm gonna trace my holes, my lines inside, and I'm gonna cut inside. Do not cut on the outside, cut inside. But let me get these holes traced out and let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, I got the holes marked out, and on this one I put an X on it to make sure I don't cut the wrong one from the one I was marking up earlier. I know some of you guys may be looking at it like, man, you need to clean that cooler. But I'm gonna do that after I cut these out. I don't wanna be cleaning it 2 or 3 times. So trying to make this light work, something real easy. Try to make it about an hour for work. If so, more of the soldering and stuff will take that time up. But all right, guys, let's get started. Let's see what we do. All right, guys, like I expected, my little battery Dremel was not charged enough. So I had to go pull out the big boy, and it made light work of it. It's just not as steady as that Dremel. Still, I think I did pretty good on it. What I did, I cut at an angle. Well, at least I tried to. And let's see. Yeah. There we go. Now, just like FENTERTAINMENT did, I'm gonna use this piece as my template when I drill holes in this thing. So I'm gonna use this to know which bits to use when I put it in permanent onto the cooler. All right, guys, let me keep moving, and I'll keep showing you the steps. All right, guys, got it done. As you can see, it's butchered. You really have to take your time with that ankle grinder. But I didn't go too far over the line. Nothing that can't be fixed or is not going to be covered up by the speaker itself. So they're pretty good. Just remember, if you use that angle grinder, be careful, take your time. All right, guys, so let me get this. Next, what I got to do is take this cushion out. Just like my man said in his video, when you take this out, know your cooler is not going to last with your ice hold and all that good stuff. But for this, for me, I'm not trying to hold ice in it for 2 or 3 days, or even a day, or even 2 days. Long as it holds for me while I'm using it, which will be probably 8 hours in the whole time. That's all I need it for. All right, let's get it going. I'll show you. All right, tools I'm gonna be using to do this is just a pry set I have, like for your car. I have this here little screwdriver thing, and the plastic bits help me get in there pretty good. And I'm gonna use my box that a lot of this stuff came in to put this stuff in there for the trash not all over the yard. And all right, guys, keep going. All right, guys, that took me all of 30 seconds to do. And I put the speakers in, and they fit pretty good. I think they got pretty good spacing. Now, because this cooler has a crazy lip, I told you I have to do a little bit of modification, but I got something for that also. If I can seal this up, and I can go through water and mud and not have to worry about anything. All right, now what I gotta do next, I gotta clean out these sections right here in order to put my battery pack and my amp in these. So just gotta go and get in these holes, get in here, clean that section out. Probably clean this whole section out. Same thing back there. All right, guys, we're almost done. All right, guys, I have got this cooler dug out as much as I could, no pun intended. As you can see, the amp sits in there good. It clears. And when I set the speaker in, I have to make sure the hose is offset so when I drill they're not hitting anything. The battery is in there. So we are doing pretty dang gone good. Now all I need to do now is get the knobs set up. But first, like I told you, I'm gonna use these, do my templates, find out what drill bits to use, and get this thing done up. Before I button it up and put it all in here, I'm going to sit it out on the table, plug it up the way it's supposed to go, and then test it before I put anything in. Then I will show you guys the next step after that. All right, guys, I got the buttons in. 2 of them at least. I got to put one more in the back. Well, the power charging station in the back. What I probably will do is get a silicone to put behind these to just lock them in place and make them watertight. That washer makes this sit a little crazy, so I probably won't use that. Probably just put the button in flush. But yeah, we get into it. Next thing I need to do is put everything together and test it before putting it in here, and see what we got. All right, guys. It's been a little longer than I thought, but it's just a Sunday project, you know, nothing hard at all. All right, guys. All right, guys, I'm gonna try my best to dumb this down as simple as possible. A lot of people won't show you how they plug stuff up for safety purposes. For you won't be like, oh, well, you know, oh, such and such told me how to do this in the exact way. So use this at your own discretion, but this is what I get from my instructions and from what I see when I cut this button on. The way I have this plugged up is when you cut the button on, power comes on, we have power. Also, you see when you cut it on, the amp comes on. All you gotta do then is go to your phone, do your Bluetooth, and you're connected. Now, what I did, let's see if I can show you guys. The power cord here, got it running to the fuse, which is power coming out of there, and ground. Off of the switch, I have the red going to the ignition, off the amp, at least that's what you call a regular amp blue. The red going to it also with that outside blue. So if you watch the other guy I told you about, he explains that, but he just doesn't show this part of it, and I understand why. The red and blue goes together with the blue. The blue by itself on this end goes to power to the fuse. Ground goes to ground. And then with this cord here, like I showed you, this power cord, you just go red and black and you are in there. And I just played it and it sounds pretty good, you know, for, 180 watt speakers, 12 volt power. It's gonna do what I need it to do. So let me get to soldering and putting this thing back, and show you guys why I didn't clean it up, because I have an idea of something I want to do to this also. All right guys, I got everything soldered up except for the speakers. I'll be doing that in a minute. But don't forget to make your power connection cord. The battery comes with this little tri cord, and what you'll do is plug the end in there, and I'm gonna put this out, coming outside of the cooler with a watertight cell plug here, and that's the way I would charge it. So charge the battery up when it's inside the cooler, because you don't want to be taking it apart just to do that. All right guys, I'm gonna get on to this next portion and show you guys, and then put this thing back together. All right guys, this is why I didn't clean it up at first. I'm going to paint this lid. I've already sanded it with 80 grit. It feels real good. Now I'm either gonna try, I haven't figured it out. Am I going to clean it up with some alcohol, or I'm just gonna put some, put some water on it, get the dust off it, and get it ready for some paint. I just didn't like that combo to go with, especially with my on top of my four-wheeler. It'll stand out crazy. So I either want to go with either a black lid or either like a dark gray or even a light gray. I'll make it look pretty good. I'm gonna keep the lip here white, just because I don't want to, sand all that, and to just keep it kosher like that. But yeah, so let's keep going. All right guys, now I'm getting ready to paint this thing. Got it taped off on that edge, and I got my color somewhere. I'll just show you guys the finished product when I'm done with it, show you the color scheme. But I'm so ready to get done with this thing. Let me get this painted before we can get it put back together and finish up. All right guys, this is the color I went with here. Looks pretty good. This thing gonna look even better when I'm done. What I did here is used a piece of mat from Harbor Freight, is what I used to when I made my bench table to cover that little dip when I put the speaker down. Also, I thought I had some window sealant weather strip, but I don't, so I want to get this done, so I'm using this for now. Speaker won't be down permanent, so it's something I could take off if it doesn't work, but we're gonna try to make it work with that for now. Now we're gonna get everything assembled. I might assemble it with this off and then put it back on and put it all back together. I think it'll be easier to do it that way. All right, let me finish up. I know you heard that 3-4 times, but let me finish up, guys, and hopefully we can show you guys how this thing works. All right, guys, I'm putting everything in, and I realized that I needed to make 2 of these jumpers, because there's only 1 plug for the outside charger. Let me show you real quick. All right, guys, I just noticed something that I needed. I had to make an all-female jumper to go with the cord that is coming from the back here, the plug, which I'll show you in a little bit, to go with the little 3-prong cord that comes with the battery that's in here. Because this end right here is from the amp, and then I have a male end, 2 male ends. One is in the battery and one is here. So what I'm going to do is plug this one into here, that one into there, and then I can use this end to charge. All right, guys, also don't forget that the battery stays on inside all the time. And this is a good indication that we have it done right, because when it's plugged up, it's charging. I just unplugged it, it's green, saying it's full. When I put it back in, it's red means it's charging, and when it gets full, it'll turn green. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you with some non-copyrighted music how this thing sounds. And there you have it. And there you have it, guys. I am done with this project cooler build. Everything I use will be in the description. Just like it was in the guys I got this off of, thanks to FENTERTAINMENT for the idea. Another thing I want to add to this too is, I use this Coleman cooler because I had it, but I could take the same components out of this cooler and put it in a nicer, better, thicker top cooler and make it look just a tad bit better. But I like this, it's gonna do what it was designed to do, so I can't complain. All right, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.